ओके सो नमस्कार सबको। गुड इवनिंग। और ईट स्लीप ड्रिंक क्रिकेट में आपका स्वागत है। और भास्कर सर, अभी अभी मैंने एक और पॉडकास्ट किया और जनरली व्हाट्सएप पे भी
हम्म,
बातें हो रहा था। लोगों ने 50,000 70,000 रुपए खर्च करके उस मैच को देखने गए। होटल की जगह हॉस्पिटल का बेड तक किया। चार
हम्म,
चार घंटे पता नहीं कहीं और मिल रहा है, दूसरे ही गांव में जाके उन्होंने कहीं गेस्ट हाउस लिया ताकि इस एक
हम्म।
मैच को देख सकें। और पता चला 190 स्कोर के लिए चले गए। तो मतलब ये मैच इतना हाइप किया, सब कुछ किया, ये ऐसा वन साइडेड निकला। क्या बोलेंगे? मतलब आपका व्हाट आर योर ओपनिंग कमेंट्स,
देखिए,
आपका ओपनिंग इमोशंस क्या है इसके बारे में?
ओपनिंग emotions is India, India. So that's the emotions. Okay, so you are going to a World Cup. So all every Indian fan needs to celebrate today. And it's you don't like okay, we will be. It's good to have close games, but at the end of the day, it's a World Cup, and we want to see India winning the World Cup. Okay, so when Australia used to demolish oppositions, I don't think Australian fans would say that, oh yeah, it was not a close game. They would like to thrash the pommies, they would call it. No, they would like to go and pummel the pommies in Ashes. Ashes after Ashes, they kept doing it for like 1987 to 2005. So I didn't see Australians complaining. So I don't think there's any reason for Indians to complain. So I think it's a day of celebrations. India has got 6 points. I think I haven't seen the net run rate yet. So let me just see the points table.
तो
Okay,
सेकंड है, हम लोग
so
नेट रन रेट पे सेकंड है, बट ओवरऑल वन पे हैं। बट आई थिंक द वे न्यूजीलैंड, इंडिया एंड साउथ अफ्रीका हैव प्लेड,
yeah, India's
मुझे नहीं लगता
net
है
run
कि
rate has
मुझे
gone
नहीं
ahead
लगता
of
कोई इशू
New
पड़ने वाला है
Zealand.
यहाँ नेट रन रेट का।
Okay, so what I mean to say is it's a day to celebrate. So I think it was a clinical performance. ऐसा ही performance we've been wanting India to see. We've been wanting to see when India plays. We also always used to say India tries to make it difficult. What do you get? Trust snatches defeat from the jaws of victory. सब कितने सुने हमने 90s में यार. I think it's high time we should start celebrating when the team does this and does an absolute clinical performance. I think India played like a champion team. Very rarely we've seen. Of course, we did that in 2015 and 2019 World Cups also. इनफैक्ट वी प्लेड बेटर देन व्हाट वी डिड इन 2011. अगर आप देखोगे 2015 और 2019 के वर्ल्ड कप में, 2011 के वर्ल्ड कप में वी लाइक लॉस्ट अ मैच वी कुड हैव वन अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका. मैच विच probably England should have won. They messed it up when we had a tie with Australia in England, but probably India batted so well and still that happened. But I think this was an absolutely clinical performance. We played like probably one of the best teams going around. So the way Jasprit Bumrah bowled, I'm very, very glad that he got the Man of the Match award. It doesn't really happen that a bowler who just picks up 2 wickets gets a Man of the Match award, but 2 wickets is as good as a 50, I would say. Maybe around, I would say I would put it on par with a 50. Though they say a 5 wicket haul is equivalent to 100, that means you need to take 3 wickets or 2.5 wickets to score a 50. But I think 2 wickets are good enough. So I think it was a great performance. Rajiv.
सही है। सो एक चीज तो ये था कि आई एग्री विथ योर पॉइंट यार, मतलब खुशी तो इतना होता है ना, मतलब। और शुभमन गिल ने, मतलब उसका वो जो, इनफैक्ट मेरे एक दोस्त है वो विकी, जो दूसरे पॉडकास्ट में भी था, वो कह रहा था कि जो शॉट दो जो शुभमन गिल ने मारे, उसका जो आवाज था, मुझे वो गैबा वाला जो दो शॉट था उसका याद आया करके। मतलब
Yeah,
पीपल
the
रिलेट सो
six.
मच, हाँ, जो इतना हम रिलेट करते
Uh,
हैं ना, स्टार्क का जैसे मारा था वैसे ही। एंड देन द
that was the shot that put India's chase on track. If you remember at the
या
Gaba, है
या
कि नहीं? उसके
या
पहले it was like Pujara was just hanging on, Shubman Gill was just meandering along, and then that shot really changed, put India on course to a great win.
तो मैं एक चीज पे आता हूँ। सो लास्ट पॉडकास्ट लॉट ऑफ इंडिया सेंट्रिक, वी विल आल्सो टॉक अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ पाकिस्तान सेंट्रिक आल्सो कि व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग।
Mm-hmm.
सो आई थिंक शाहिन शाह अफरीदी बॉल करने आता है, he tries the same
Mm-hmm.
method कि वो he tries to get that ball into the legs of रोहित शर्मा। बट रोहित शर्मा, मतलब भाई साहब 10,000 रन बनाए, उसको पता है क्या करने क्या वाला है ये करके। उसको पहले से ही पता
Mm-hmm.
है कि इसका स्पीड नहीं आने वाला, और वो थोड़ा सा हल्का सा बाहर खड़ा रहता है। तो जो उसने फ्लिक किया, बस बॉल बस भाग गया। एंड वहीं पे मैच मतलब उस एक शॉट ने बता दिया कि देयर इज नो फाइट विच इज गोइंग टू हैपन फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान एंड, क्योंकि पता चल गया कि अब और कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता। सो इट वाज अ डोमिनेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस, राइट? मतलब जो आया उसको बस देवर दे वांटेड टू क्रिएट अ स्टेटमेंट एंड रोहित वाज वेरी क्लियर, तुम करो ना करो मैं तो करके दिखाऊंगा करके। एंड दैट इज अ वेरी
True, true,
that
true.
that that kind of thing really puts the team in a very high plateau. Ab Rohit Sharma as a captain has would have immense respect in the dressing room, including Rahul Dravid and Virat Kohli. वो यही सोचते होंगे कि भाई ये तो he knows what he's saying करके, right? It makes a big difference. So मेरा सवाल ये है कि let's let's first discuss India's bowling first, and then we'll come to what went wrong with Pakistan. इंडिया का बॉलिंग लिटरली मैच सेटअप करके दे दिया। फ्रॉम 155 और टू ऑल आउट हो गया 191 पे, एंड एवरी ओवर इन दैट 30s का जो था 5 विकेट गिरे वहां पे। एक एक ओवर, हर 2 ओवर पे एक एक विकेट निकाला जा रहा था। एंड रोहित मेड द राइट डिसीजन, लेते जा रहा था। सिराज लाया, फिर बुमराह लाया, एंड देन कुलदीप, एंड देन जडेजा। बहुत मतलब, एंड देन पांड्या बीच में, एंड एवरीबडी गॉट दोस 2 विकेट्स। सो इस तरीके से व्हेन द बॉलर्स सपोर्ट द कैप्टन एंड दे गेट इट डन, आप क्या सोचते हैं? आपने जसप्रीत के बारे में बात किया, आप एंटायर यूनिट के बारे में कैसा, हाउ डू यू फील? 155 for 2, it was Pakistan was pacing it very very nicely.
See, even the first spell where Siraj was getting hit for a few runs, isn't it? And then he got that wicket. And after that, we thought that it looked like there was a partnership developing between Imam ul Haq and Babar Azam. I think Imam ul Haq played a very, very ordinary shot. I think that was one wicket probably Pakistan really gifted India among the top order batsmen. Uske baad, I think Indian bowlers were absolutely spot on. Siraj's ball to get Babar Azam is going to be spoken about. I'm telling you, that was probably the turning point of the match. If you want to see one turning point, Siraj getting Babar Azam was the turning point. Of course, Bumrah bowling Rizwan, and I think the wicket of Shadab Khan, I think that was probably the best delivery I've seen. So because Shadab Khan doesn't have a stature of a big batsman, because the way he got Shadab Khan was sensational. Uh, but I think Siraj bowling on the wicket really made a difference. He was not, though he was getting hit. If you see all the wickets he got when he really, like both the wickets he got, he was focusing on the stumps, because there was itna koi lateral movement tha nahi. And if you keep bowling on the stumps, you go for the stumps. I think one bad shot and then, or if you miss the ball, you have gone. So I think that's where India really scored. Because agar aap dekhoge to all the 4 wickets which the Pacers got, though like Pacers in the sense Siraj and Bumrah got, were all balls which were like directed to the stumps. So I think that made a huge difference. And of course, Hardik Pandya has the knack of getting wickets. So Imam ul Haq, though he was looking good, I think it was a loose shot. Rahul took a decent catch. So I think Kuldeep bowled brilliantly. Probably he could have ended up with a few more wickets if Erasmus had given, I think, who was the player? I'm not sure. I don't remember who the batsman was. Was
बाबर
it
ही था।
Imam ul Haq?
बाबर
Babar
ही था।
tha na, Babar tha na, which was umpire's call. It was almost hitting. I don't know how it was called umpire's call. It looked as if it's hitting 50-50, or maybe it was 60-40. So I think that's how he got away. उसके बाद फिर और एक बार there's one more wicket which he could have got, and the umpire did. One more wicket which Jadeja got, which was overturned. That was fine. And then twice we took the right DRS. So Kuldeep also bowled brilliantly. Jadeja bowling well is a real bonus, I would say. Jadeja coming back to form. If you remember a few years back, he wasn't bowling well in limited overs cricket. Jadeja bowling well really gives a lot of confidence to the captain, because then all the bases are covered. Because the second spinner was becoming a problem. But Jadeja and Kuldeep both bowling well. पेस बॉलिंग में अभी भी थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम्स है अभी, वुड से वी डोंट नो व्हाट डे व्हेन सिराज माइट गो फॉर 80-90. Shardul Thakur, Hardik Pandya, all three, if they start getting hit, that's one area probably India needs to look at. See, I don't know whether Shardul Thakur can be replaced and Shami can be brought in, or maybe if Ashwin plays, because that's for another day. But today I think it's a day to celebrate. The
फेयर इनफ।
bowlers did brilliantly.
आई
Rajiv.
थिंक आई थिंक एक ही चीज है मैं बोलूंगा इस पे कि शार्दुल ठाकुर, हमने कई बार बात किया है कि जब आपका 8th बैटर रहता है तो फिर 4 5 6 एक टेम्पो से खेल सकता है। दे कैन अप द रन रेट, उनको एक चीज मिल जाता है जिससे वो खेल सकते हैं, वो कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है। दूसरा ऑल्सो ये भी है कि जडेजा ने अभी तक बैटिंग किया ही नहीं ठीक से, सो देयर इज अ फियर ऑल्सो कि जडेजा फेल हो गया, क्योंकि या तो उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल रहा और जो मिल रहा है उसमें ठीक से कुछ हो नहीं, बन नहीं पा रहा है। सो वो एक चीज है। एंड आई थिंक आपने बोला भी था व्हाट्सएप पे, हम ऑफलाइन जब मैसेजिंग हो रहा था, आपने बोला था कि होपफुली जडेजा इज गॉट अर्ली समवेयर, ताकि वो एक, इफ जडेजा गेट्स अ गुड बैटिंग, एक 10 ओवर भी मिल गया उसको, या 10, एक 40 बॉल्स भी खेलने को मिल गया ना, देन आई थिंक थिंग्स विल चेंज एंड दे कैन डू इट। इफ जैसे आज राहुल की जगह जडेजा आ सकता था, मतलब इट वुड हैव बीन अ गुड दिस
Yeah.
थिंग, बट ठीक है।
I was expecting Hardik to come in because then he would have probably like hit a few boundaries here and there, and then he would have got a hit. But because Hardik bats ahead of Jadeja, I was expecting Hardik to come in. But anyway, they want to stick to the
Yeah,
successful formula,
I
so I
think
don't know, that's also fine.
first 5 matches पे तो they don't want to take any kind of risk. They want to ensure कि 10 points आ जाएं, and then they can then start tinkering a bit, because 100% Rohit Sharma wants to be at that 1-2 position or one, because it आप 1/4 को खेलने वाला, not second and third, they're going to be close enough, but fourth को खेलेगा, fourth will be somebody who would have lost 3 games minimum, so could have lost even a fourth game, but 3 games तो पक्का
Yeah,
हारने वाला है,
yeah.
तब वो
Yeah,
फोर्थ पे
like
है।
New Zealand, like New Zealand was number 4 in 2019, so
Fair enough,
that's
fair
all,
enough. I
isn't
think,
it? So I think cricket, mein, that's one thing which probably the IPL format is so much more better. Like
yeah, it's, I would
yeah,
understand that.
I think I could, if ICC can look at that kind of a format, it really makes it for a, like there's some major incentive for coming 1 and 2. So वो इधर
Correct,
नहीं है कि नहीं?
correct. No, no, I agree
So
with you. I agree with you, and I think that's the whole point. But maybe we'll take it up some other day.
yeah,
In fact, after the tournament, we should talk about what are the things which ODI cricket should do differently. आज I don't know whether you missed it
yeah,
or not.
Sachin.
सचिन ने कितना बात किया, so
Yeah, I was there.
really,
Of course, I heard Sachin and Vakar speak
correct, correct. So
from
इसके बारे में बाद में
1989
बात करेंगे।
onwards. Yeah, fair enough.
Now let's come to Pakistan, ठीक है?
Mhm.
And now Pakistan is, we were all putting them on a high pedestal, thinking कि वो जीत सकता है, their batting is solid, so they're majorly doing well. But यहाँ तो बॉलिंग में बहुत ज्यादा गड़बड़ लग रहा है। एक उनके पास the best 5 are not playing for sure, the best 5 bowlers are not playing. चलो बेस्ट 5 ना खेलें, बेस्ट 4 ही खेल लें, वो भी बेस्ट 4 भी नहीं खेल रहे हैं, सो दैट्स अ क्लियर कट प्रॉब्लम। एंड देन इंजरी भी है, शाहिन शाह अफरीदी इज इंजर्ड, एंड देन
Mhm.
जो इनका बैटिंग का जो टोटल ऑर्डर है, जिस तरीके से खेलना चाहते हैं, उसमें भी काफी चिंग्स है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज साउथ शकील गॉट आउट बिकॉज जस्ट ऑफ द इनएक्सपीरियंस। गुड है, अच्छा बैट्समैन है, सब ठीक है, बट it was just inexperience which led him to this thing। and बाकी टीम्स ये सब देख रहे हैं ना, अब तो क्लियरली समझ में आ गया, अगर आप बाबर और रिजवान को उठा लेते हो, अगर आप ये दोनों को उठा लेते हो, तो देन यू आर गेटिंग योर थिंग डन, बहुत आसान है। एंड आई विल गिव यू अ स्टैट, द पार्टनरशिप बिटवीन बाबर एंड रिजवान वाज 83 रन्स ऑफ 102 बॉल्स, ठीक है? एंड दैट्स वेयर द प्रेशर वाज ऑन, बिकॉज दे प्लेड 83। आज के डेट पे आप 2 विकेट खो के 102 बॉल्स करते हैं तो आपको 90-95 होना चाहिए। दे वर शॉर्ट बाय 10-15 रन्स, एंड दैट्स वेयर दे थॉट कि यार थोड़ा वी हैव, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द लूज शॉट केम फ्रॉम बाबर की 50 हो गए हैं, चलो लेट मी मूव ऑन करके, एंड देन ही ही कंप्लीटली मिस्ड दैट बॉल ऑफ सिराज। सो ये जो चीज है, इसी पे मेरा सवाल यही है कि हाउ डज Pakistan come out of it? Will they make the semifinals now? Like Australia, there is a major chink in their bowling armory.
There are 4 teams that have to make the semifinals. So I think if the way the World Cup is going, if on form, we'll see India, New Zealand, and South Africa making it, and there'll be scramble for the 4th position. That's what it looks like. But you never know. You saw in 2019, England was looking on course to be one of the top 2 teams, and they lost 3 games in a row, including one to Sri Lanka. So ऐसा कुछ भी हो सकता है. But thing is, one change they need to make. Okay, I think South Shakil is just too inexperienced. He's just played 9 one-day games. Of course, he's played 7 test matches and has a good average, but I think they have to bring in a match winner like Fakhar Zaman. I think it's okay. You play one more opener, but I think Fakhar Zaman should be there, come what may. Champions Trophy final. Who can forget that? He single-handedly won it for Pakistan. He's got a double century in ODI cricket, and his average is in excess of 40. So I don't think keeping out Fakhar Zaman is the right way to go.
In fact,
They
sorry, I'm
can
interrupting
play
you.
Yeah.
I'll add in something. Sorry about it. फकर जमान ने 190 और कुछ बनाया था साउथ अफ्रीका के साथ. They lost the match. It was a huge
Yeah.
score. कुछ 370 कुछ था. भाई साहब उस बंदे, that guy is the only guy in this Pakistani team who can single-handedly win the match for you.
True.
And in an opening spot करके दिखाना ODI में, it's a major thing.
So I think they need to look at Fakhar Zaman. I don't think they should wait any longer. Against Australia, they need to send him up front straight away. I think maybe Abdullah Shafiq can come one drop so that they get the cushion of having Babar Azam at 4 and Rizwan at 5. Like exactly the way I wanted Kohli to bat at 4 and KL Rahul at 5. I think they can have Babar Azam at 4 and Rizwan at 5 and then get Fakhar Zaman. They can, I think, leave out Saud Shakil. That's what I feel they should do. Saud Shakil has played 9 ODIs. I don't know why they are like keeping a player like Fakhar Zaman out and what. Of course, he might have played a few good knocks. Test cricket is shown that he's got the ability to play long knocks, but I think they need to get Fakhar Zaman in. Rajiv.
बॉलिंग में बताइए ना, आप क्या करेंगे बॉलिंग के साथ? मुझे तो बैट, इनफैक्ट मुझे लगता है साउथ शकील अब बैटिंग में, चलो आज हो गया जो हो गया, they'll find a way to play well. Bowling ही
And
problem.
see, bowling, they have a good team. They still have good bowlers here. Like, let's not jump the gun on that. I think because there was no pressure at all in the Indian batting lineup, they looked insipid. But I think Pakistan can come back and bowl well. I still feel they have the ammunition for that. Hassan Ali is a good bowler after all. Haris Rauf is a good bowler.
Not the pace bowlers, spinners.
Spinners, they don't have that kind of a quality anyway in their ranks right now. So they can't do much about it, I feel.
Abrar hai, Usama Mir hai, ball well in
Usama Mir hai, Abrar hai, but I don't know. They don't have that kind of experience or stature in world cricket. So I don't think, and I don't think that's why they don't, a lot of people, there's a lot of call to play Usama, but I don't know how, like they might try him against Australia, but they don't have a, say, Yasir Shah or Saeed Ajmal to really take the responsibility and do the job of a senior bowler. So I think they have to depend on their fast bowlers.
ये क्या था उनके पास, ये था कि एक जमाने तक है ना उनके पास व्हाइट बॉल क्रिकेट में है, they always had the services of शाहिद अफरीदी, एंड वो मिडिल ओवर में वो 2 विकेट निकाल के देता ही था because of his ना वेरिएशंस था एंड दैट एक्सपीरियंस ना, वो करके देता था. Shadab and Nawaz are just not able to take wickets at all, and that's causing.
And see, Shadab and Nawaz are not in the same league as any of the top Pakistani spinners. Forget about Shahid Afridi. They had a great bowler like Saqlain Mushtaq. They had Mushtaq Ahmad. They had even Saeed Ajmal. Of course, they had Danish Kaneria. Even before, they had Abdul Qadir. They always had world-class spinners. I think they could have still probably like picked someone like maybe Yasir Shah. I don't know how old is he now, but I think they could have done it. But they've come with a very, very weak spin bowling attack. That's what I feel. Maybe Osama Mir, I don't know how he's going to bowl, but let's wait and watch on that.
नहीं, मैं इसलिए ये पॉइंट ला रहा हूँ क्योंकि and the reason I used Shahid Afridi was that period where they lost Ajmal and Yashir Shah was only bowling majorly in test cricket. तो फिर ये था कि Shahid Afridi would do the job in that early part of 2010s. उससे पहले तो स्पिनर था, सईद अजमल था उनके पास. तो अभी यही सीन है कि इनके ये लोग शादाब खान को यूज करें, and these guys, the same Shadab Khan is very good in T20 cricket. But when it comes to...
but again, being very good is like, okay, in T20 cricket, you have to bowl 4 overs. He might go for 25, 30. It looks like a good bowling. 35, maybe 34. Like, we bowl 4 overs, give away 30 runs, take a wicket. It looks like a decent performance. ODI cricket, if you do the same thing, if you bowl 10 overs, give 55 runs, and take no wickets or 1 wicket, it doesn't look like a good performance because if being a senior bowler, you need to take wickets. If you remember Ashwin and Jadeja in the 2017 roundabout during the Champions Trophy, they were still bowling very economically. If you see Ashwin and Jadeja's economy rate is below 5, both of them, which is great economy rate in the modern day cricket, but they were not able to get any wickets in the middle overs. That's
Yeah,
exactly the reason why we went to Kuldeep Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal. So if the spinners, the main spinner doesn't get you wickets, then you are in trouble. Okay,
that
if you have a second, like a batsman who's part-timer who comes in and bowl 4-5 overs and doesn't take wickets, that's different. But the primary role of the main spinner is to get you wickets, especially when you're playing in the subcontinent. Rajiv.
that is the reason why I was asking you, भास्कर, कि स्पिनर मिडिल ओवर्स में नहीं ले रहा अभी तो 11th ओवर से 40th ओवर तक इट्स लाइक एक सेमी पावर प्ले है। आप मारो, आपको गैप्स कहीं ना कहीं मिल जाएगा, आपको 4-6 मिलता रहेगा। एंड इस पिच पे जहाँ पे ठीक चल रहा था, एक तो इन्होंने इकोनॉमी वाज मतलब 80 के स्ट्राइक रेट ही दिया इन्होंने, इंडिया ने उस टाइम पे कंसीड किया, जबकि 90 प्लस होना चाहिए था। और दूसरा ये था कि उनके पास विकेट लेने के लिए कोई है नहीं पाकिस्तान में। आई नो कि आज कम था, लेकिन यू सी इवन नेदरलैंड्स थ्रेटेंड देम एंड देन इट वाज बिकॉज द फास्ट बॉलर्स हैड दैट पेडिग्री एंड दे पिक्ड अप विकेट्स। अदरवाइज नेदरलैंड्स के साथ भी फंस सकते थे। एंड श्रीलंका ने तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत मारा इन लोगों को, बहुत ही मारा इन लोगों को, एंड बट दे डिड वेल इन द लास्ट फ्यू ओवर्स। सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज टू डिपेंडेंट। अब शाहीन शाह अफरीदी विकेट नहीं लेगा फर्स्ट 10 ओवर्स में, तो आपका स्पिनर जो पहले से ही मतलब एक कम प्लाटो में है वो और कम हो जाता है, एंड देन फिर दे जस्ट नॉट एबल टू कैच अप। सो बिग टीम्स आर गोइंग टू वॉच आउट फॉर दिस, पाकिस्तान को कहाँ पे वेयर दे कैन नेल देम डाउन करके। एनीवेज, so
Pakistan's best option is today, if they had batted first and scored 280, 290, they would have pushed India. I'm telling you this.
yeah.
They still have that kind of quality bowling attack which can put you under a lot of pressure, but especially when they're defending totals. When they're bowling first, they can get hammered again. But Pakistan's batting was like this was no way close to a less than 200 all out pitch. It was just extremely dismal.
करेक्ट,
You just can't get all out like that. You have to get close to 300.
सबसे बड़ी चीज है ये कि 50 ओवर्स आपको खेलना ही खेलना है ना। आप हाउ कैन यू नॉट प्ले 50 ओवर्स मतलब। एनीवेज, सो नाउ आई विल कम टू इंडिया। नाउ द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर डिस्कशन इज कि डू यू सी व्हाट आर द, सो वन थिंग इज शार्दुल ने आज 2 ही ओवर फेंका, ही बॉल्ड ओनली 2 ओवर्स, सो ही इज देयर। हमने डिस्कस किया कि ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी द वन हु इज गोइंग टू मेक एनी डिफरेंस व्हाइल बैटिंग, कि अगर शार्दुल बैटिंग करता तो देन इंडिया इज इन सूप, और बॉलिंग में आप उसको ओवर नहीं दे रहे हो। सो इज इट नॉट द राइट टाइम टू गेट समबडी लाइक अ शमी और एन अश्विन एंड से कि भाई आप रहो, क्योंकि दे विल गिव 7-8 ओवर्स इफ नॉट द एंटायर 10 एंड दे कैन पिक विकेट्स आल्सो, एंड देन ठीक है बैटिंग की कोई खास जरूरत नहीं है।
See, picking Ashwin means you just play with 3 full-time fast bowlers, and one of them is Hardik Pandya. So I think in a ODI game, especially in like really big run chases, if you don't have enough pace bowlers, you can get really hammered. That's one problem with playing with 3 spinners, is that suddenly you will find yourself out of options, because a spinner can easily go for 3-4 sixes in an over, which is not very common for a fast bowler to go. I think Shardul Thakur is a genuine full-time bowler. So, and the thing is, when you will say that when 6 can't do the job, how can the 7th batsman do the job? That's not the way limited overs cricket works, because you're not expecting 100 from a 8 batsman. You saw Ashwin's the importance of having a player like Ashwin in that T20 game against Pakistan. That was a T20 game. In ODI cricket, you like a number 8 is very useful. If you see the 2011 World Cup, Raina was batting at 7, and against Pakistan, Harbhajan Singh's innings was very vital, playing along with Raina. So I think number 8, number 9 need to know how to bat, and that's where I think Siraj and Shami and Bumrah, all 3 not being good enough players, is bothering the captain. Of course, Bumrah has improved his batting a lot, but Kuldeep's batting has gone down a bit. But I think if you are a good, like if you can bat as good as Kumble or Srinath, I think then you get a lot of confidence. There was a time when Kumble was batting at number 11, or Srinath was batting at number 11 with Ajit Agarkar and Nikhil Chopra in the team. I remember the 4 bowlers were Nikhil Chopra, Ajit Agarkar, Anil Kumble, and Javagal Srinath, with Robin Singh being the 5th bowler. So that means we had batting till number 11. So I think that really plays a role when it becomes very in close games, especially with one batsman, say Virat Kohli is still there, or say Hardik Pandya is still there. And if the other team, like you just lose 2-3 wickets in the last over, For example, the Sydney Test match. They just needed somebody to stay with a player like Anil Kumble was hanging around, and nobody could hang around to Sydney Test of 2008. So I think that's where just not batting is either you are a Glenn McGrath or a Glenn Muralidharan or a Courtney Walsh. You can afford to be a player who just can't hold the bat. But if you're not that great, I think in limited overs cricket and modern day cricket, you need to be able to at least score a few 10 runs, 12 runs if required.
Yeah, then I agree with you. And as we mentioned this also, number 8 पे जब बैटर रहता है, तो it's like एक assurance, एक insurance की तरह.
Yeah, it's not just number 8, even number 9, number 10. You never know who will be required at what time. Okay, number 11 is one person. You can say it doesn't need to bat at all. But even sometimes number 10 might need to bat. If suppose Ravindra Jadeja is there, you need somebody to give him strike to score 10, 12 runs. I remember there was a match between India and Pakistan way back in, if I remember, it was, I think, in 1999, if I remember. Saklan Mushtaq and India, they were 8 down with 9. Pakistan needed 20 runs of 18 balls when they were 8 down. So
Saklan Mushtaq
and Waqar Younis, you got them through. And Saklan Mushtaq, I think, hit Shrinas for a few boundaries. Yeah, and if I'm right, it was a 99-2000 tour within Tendulkar's captaincy.
Correct.
I think so that's the kind of situations you might find yourself in. Even in the 83 World Cup, we had Madan Lal and Binny, and not just Binny, Madan Lal and Syed Kirmani, and even Balwinder Singh Sandhu scoring more than 10 for India to get till 183. So I think that's where not like Shami and Siraj and Bumrah probably caused the captain to be a bit tense. That's why we have the buffer of Shardul Thakur.
Right.
Rajiv.
नहीं सही है. I'm in agreement with you. बस यही है कि ये points. If Shardul is not going to bowl, then what do we do? So ये सवाल रहेगा. I think Ashwin may play with a spinning track and all like Chennai. कौन सा ट्रैक ऐसा रहेगा अभी आगे मुझे नहीं पता. I have no idea. आज अश्विन खेल सकता था because there was some grip in the wicket. But यार ठीक है यार, मतलब जैसा भी है, I think we did well in whatever circumstances we have. So we almost we are coming to the end of our show. So where do we go from here? Where does India go from here? So कल मैंने जब न्यूजीलैंड को देखा, 3rd विन आ गया था उसका, और आज इंडिया का 3rd विन आ गया. सडनली यू फील वी आर वे अहेड ऑफ अदर टीम्स. एक स्ट्रेंथ मिलता है इस सबसे. So where does India go from here? What kind of combinations you would like to see? Is there anything you think we are not doing well?
I see. I think more or less this combination is final. I think if everything goes to plan, I think this is going to be the combination. We might see except for Shardul Thakur, the rest of the 10 I think Shreyas Iyer also playing well. I think that finalizes the 10. They were the first choice 10. Only Ashwin and Mohammad Shami, if they can come in for Shardul Thakur. I think, but for that, I don't see much of an issue. If in a big game, it all now boils down to the knockouts, isn't it? We should be defeating Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Netherlands. So I think we should be in a position to qualify now. The only teams which we need to look out for is New Zealand, South Africa, and England. So I think I'm sure India will not lose all 3 games. So more or less, we are already starting to think on the lines of what's going to happen. Where is India going to play the semi-final? Is it going to be Calcutta? Is it going to be Mumbai? I don't think they have yet announced 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. Where are they going to play? Who's going to? Where is
for record purposes, 1 and 4 plays in Mumbai, 2 and 3 play at Kolkata. But if it's an India match, whatever it is, they play in Mumbai. But if it's an India versus Pakistan match, they play in Kolkata.
इतना
permutation combination.
Okay, fine.
इतना permutation combination.
Fair enough.
But ठीक है, it's okay. It's fine.
No, it's a huge difference between playing in Mumbai and playing in Kolkata. I think playing in Mumbai, they can't pick Ashwin. They'll need to go for, maybe I would say, go for Shami. And if they play in Calcutta, you have to think on the lines of picking Ashwin. So I think that's going to be a huge change. We have lost 2 World Cup semi-finals in both. Like, we've lost a World Cup semi-final in Mumbai. We have lost a World Cup semi-final in Calcutta. Okay, so of
So
course we
let's see.
played the
No, but
famous World
we have
Cup
won a
final in
final
Mumbai.
in Mumbai.
So yeah, in Calcutta we have won many finals in tri-series
Tri
competitions
series,
and
yes.
Hero Cup and Titan. No, not Titan Cup was in Mumbai. Hero Cup and Wills Trophy we won in Calcutta, but again it'll all come down to. But I still feel somehow that Calcutta probably would be the better place to play the semi-finals
Let's
for
see,
India.
let's see how it goes. अभी तो बहुत पीछे हम लोग. Right, भास्कर had a great discussion. बहुत मतलब मुझे बड़ा अच्छा
Fine.
लगा कि हमने इतना dominate किया है. इस dominating
Uh-huh.
performance ना एक तरीके से हमें अच्छे pedestal में डालता है. Yes, we want to have one thrilling match. One of the thing which I'm missing in this World Cup is कि एक thrilling match हो जाए last में. And I'm not saying India पाकिस्तान का ही होना चाहिए. कोई भी हो सकता था. And then वो last minute तक जाए तो वर्ल्ड कप में एक तड़का लगता है. एंड देन द टूर्नामेंट रियली राइजेस अबव एंड ऑल. वो नहीं हो पा रहा है. माय गुड फ्रेंड प्रतीक सेड कि आज शायद नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन एज द बिजनेस एंड कम्स, एज पीपल प्ले 6 games and 3 games are left, then you will start, there'll be a real fist fight for
Yeah.
all these things. Let's see how it goes. But as of now it looks like you know the better bowling team looks like to be the one which will dominate.
But I feel like Steve Waugh used to make a comment. We don't look to like we want to play boring cricket. It might look boring, but ultimately we get the job done. So I think that's the way we need to look at India games. I think
In fact,
there. I don't
Dhoni has
mind.
also said, right, I'm more
You have
interested
to
in the
make.
processes.
No, no. He used to say it's about the process, not about the. It's about the planning. That's what he used to say. But playing boring cricket means you don't look at games becoming thrilling. You want to be clinical in your performance and demolish the opposition. That's how Australia got to where they were. 2007, 2003, they didn't look at close games or anything like that. They wanted to be dominant. I think that's the time has come for India to make a statement. The other teams have to race and challenge. So India needs to be dominant, and I hope they go all the way doing that. I don't mind if India win the World Cup doing that, and let's have all the close games in the tri-series or bilaterals to follow. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Fine. So I think the one big game I'm looking at is coming up, Australia Pakistan. I think that hopefully that will be a close game. As neutrals, I think it will be a very very exciting game to watch. And I don't know which team to support. So I think that could be a close game. So
in fact,
Rajiv,
one of the things I look forward is but then the best thing which can happen to Australia is if they give the captaincy to Smith.
I don't think in the middle of the World Cup that's going to happen.
नहीं होगा, मुझे पता है.
If what do you call?
नहीं, लेकिन अगर Cummins miraculously injured हो गया तो?
Yeah, Cummins gets injured, so that's possible. Again, the poor guy Kane Williamson again has a fracture in his hand due to a freak injury, isn't it? That throw hit his hand and there's a fracture that's revealed that the X-rays have revealed a fracture. So Latham is going to captain again. So
Latham was captaining very well.
Yeah, so probably I think let Latham captain and just Williamson come in and play as a batsman. That's what I feel. But I don't think that's going to happen. So anyway, it's a great day. So I think we'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know. Sunday they've kept not a high profile game. I was expecting.
नहीं, उसका रीजन है कि पहले इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच 15 अक्टूबर था, तो all games got shifted by one day.
Fine.
And that's why the उसी लास्ट चक्कर में यही हो गया.
Fine.
Right, Bhaskar. Thank you so much.
Chalo.
And
See you.
let's see you later. Right. Thanks.
Fine. Bye.